Today, the portrayal of surveillance in espionage films has become a common theme. Yet it has never been portrayed as effectively and to such an extreme as it was done here in the Ipcress file by director Sidney Furie all the way back in 1965. Furie deliberately obstructs the frame in order to immerse us in a world of espionage and surveillance, evoking emotions of paranoia and unease. We are constantly being placed behind everyday objects. A desk, a window, a chair, a wall, a podium, whatever the hell this is. And this is just crazy, placing us behind an opening within a parking meter. The list truly is endless. But this stylized approach to directing isn't without reason, as we are being placed at arm's length as a reflection of how our protagonist is being constantly surveyed. Now, who is our protagonist? We are introduced to Harry Palmer as he wakes up in the morning to the sound of his alarm ringing. His vision quite literally obstructed without the use of his glasses. This simple moment perfectly foreshadows how his knowledge of the foreboding story is about to be hindered, and how the truth will be unclear to such an extent that even our view as the audience is about to be limited and obstructed as well. Harry is a British intelligence officer who has been assigned to investigate a series of kidnappings and the theft of scientific research related to brainwashing. He uncovers a complex web of espionage where even the very people he works with and for might not be innocent. But it isn't until this shot that the film reveals to us this world that Harry inhabits, our view obstructed behind the back of a chair before the reveal of his gun. This is a story of spies, intrigue, treachery, and most importantly, surveillance. In a film about surveillance, the effect of obstructing the frame by utilising different objects enhances the overall atmosphere in many ways.
I said to Sid once, coming up some stairs to go in the door, and the camera was on the next landing up. And I said, "What's up there? Why is it up there? Is there someone up there going to jump?" He said, "No, but I want people to think there is."
Firstly, a common technique utilised by countless filmmakers over the years, an over-the-shoulder shot. Except Furie obstructs the frame to such an extent that our focus is placed on the back of the actor in the foreground rather than being on the character talking in the distance. It is as if somebody else is in the room with them, creating a constant sense of being observed, whether that is by a physical presence or technology. Even when in an intimate moment between Harry and his lover, the emotional reality of surveillance is still present. There is always a foreboding lack of trust in every existing relationship within the film. Whether that is Harry out working on a case, or back in the Ministry of Defence office building. Here, an obstruction is used to reinforce the divide between characters. Whether it is a vertical beam placed between them, or the triangled position Harry's arm is positioned in, that perfectly contrasts the square metal caging that Harry is trapped inside of. We're often placed on the other side of partially open doors looking in, with Harry trapped inside and us kept on the out, mirroring his limited access to any key information from the higher-ups in the Ministry of Defence. We're placed behind lights to mimic hidden surveillance cameras capturing the scene from above, with the camera position a reminder of the external observation and control that surveillance represents. Vehicles are used to obstruct our view, emphasising the isolation of characters and how they are always being observed by someone else, especially when they are in an external environment. No one is safe. They are always being watched. And rather than following convention for the only hand-to-hand combat scene, Furie subverts our expectations once again, keeping us at a distance, obstructing our view by the red bars of a telephone box. This is not only then revealed to be a mysterious figure's point of view of the fight, but also a reminder of how someone is always listening. All of this brings us to the brilliant third act climax. After having been kidnapped, imprisoned and tortured, Harry manages to fight his way out and contact his head of department, Major Dalby. He and his superior, Colonel Ross, arrive at the warehouse where Harry has been held, but it becomes clear to Harry that one of them is a traitor.
Palmer?
Now this here is my favourite moment in the film. Something that is so incredibly effective. As Harry hides in waiting, ready to hold Major Dalby hostage once his back is turned, and then when everything falls into place, just as he hopes,
Stop, Major. Don't say a word or I'll kill you.
He pushes it all away. He himself unobstructs the frame from anything in the foreground. He is no longer the one who has to watch his back, who is being placed under surveillance, but rather he is the one controlling the obstructions. After going through hell, after being manipulated, screwed over, tortured and brainwashed, he is finally able to take control.
And what do you make of that?